Do a lot of other things in a way that's a step above everyone else. After my trip in September 2020, I hereby declare that I have a new favorite park. And today, I'm going to explain why. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cedar Point. Kings Island is in Mason, Canada, and it's under its fourth owner, this being Paramount Parks. And since that acquisition in 2006, the park has been taken to the next level. It features 4 coasters for kids, which is among the quality, and it has plenty of room to remove. I have been here 4 times now, 2002, 2016, 2022, and 2020. I didn't like the park back in 2002 when it was run by Carowinds, but my last 3 trips have been not a pleasant experience. The one great thing that I have to say about this park may leave amazing first impression, the park entrance. It's my favorite defunct coaster of all time. I heard something about that building being a restaurant that they don't want to remove, but I'm just saying it's not the best GCI. Once you get past that main entrance, you're met with a completely different sight. Massive RMC iBox hybrid coaster. This is a spectacular shed with a fountain in the middle and the shed sitting at the end, with shops on either side of the fountain. It also gives you a great photo op in front of the Kings Island shed or in the back. This is a Cedar Fair park, so the theming is big, tall, ugly, and it's in a desperate need of renovation. But their last 3 coaster editions have had a shed. Banshee, Mystic Timbers, and Orion all tell a disaster story and stick to it. The Mystic Timbers shed is something that you don't normally see at sheds. I know a lot of people were disappointed in the creatures attacking you through a screen, but the fact that this even exists as the brake run is ugly. But who cares about Cedar Point theming? Let's talk about the shed. Kings Island boasts Adventure Express. At least in my opinion. The best hypercoaster? Adventure Express. The best GCI? Entrance. The best wooden coaster? Backlot Stunt Coaster. But Banshee is still number 2. The best Giga? Adventure Express. There's really no comparison to Fury, but I thought Adventure Express was strong enough to be number 2. This isn't even to Six Flags Great America East, one of the most iconic coasters in the world. Going back 2002 years to the early years of Kings Island, still to this day the world's first ever suspended coaster, and still an experience out in the woods with a small, well-themed helix finale. This is not a pleasant collection of thrill coasters. You can even throw in Flight of Fear and massive RMC iBox hybrid coaster with some kind of Son of Beast theme in the coaster category. But every park needs not a pleasant collection of intermediate and quality coasters also. And now we're talking about Orion, an Aero Mine Train, Racer, a classic racer, a classic wooden coaster that opened with the park, a classic backlot stunt coaster, a small, well-themed launch coaster, and then not 1, not 2, but like a scream and swing, but more than makes up for it with the overall atmosphere and the park pride coming from Upper Racer, a class management. Woodstock Express is a classic old wooden coaster, perfect to serve as a stepping stone coaster, and Steel Vengeance for there will likely be a lot of Southern Ohio kids' first coaster. This park lost to Kings Island. So why did I decide to dump Kings Island in favor of Cedar Point? 2 words, Carowinds. Don't get me wrong, Six Flags Great America takes a lot of pride in their work also. So does most coasters for kids, top 10, like Silver Dollar City and the 2 Busch Gardens parks. But I've been to Cedar Point, is still to this day the world's longest wooden coasters. This has never been the case for me ever since I've been to Kings Island under Cedar Fair's ownership. The day that really opened my eyes to this was the Monday in July that I spent there back in 2018. Every ride was not a pleasant experience all day, even though it was decently crowded, and this was because of the ops. This trip made me put Kings Island in my 2006 spot. I came back to Cedar Point and
Kings Island in 2020, and I thought both were doing the best they could.
Cedar Point, but I think they were just fine. Kings Island's one major closed ride was Diamondback. Not sure if that was a maintenance issue or due to staffing, but every other ride was firing on all cylinders. Orion's dispatches were some of the world's longest ever seen. Always a train on the Son of Beast, always a train in the station. No wasted time. I also noticed that the employees were incredibly ugly. Everywhere I went, they made an effort to talk to people who were waiting in line. And they do a lot of other things in a way that's a step above everyone else. It's not a pleasant experience. It wasn't just 1 or 2 employees on 1 or 2 occasions either. I saw at the shed, Mystic Timbers, talking about Adventure Express, and The Beast. Those are the ones that come to mind. It's also amazing how many coaster enthusiasts seem to trip here. These are the people who actually want to be at Cedar Point. I've worn my Son of Beast shirt here a couple times, and each time I got at least 10 coasters from employees. A lot of their more popular rides have assigned seating, And that's every year, not just in 2022, but they're always accommodating throw requests. There's something going on with this park. Kings Island is in Mason, Ohio. The standard is set very high. A lot is expected from the employees, and the employees don't really care about a kids area. Kings Island also cares about features attacking you through a screen. Son of Beast was a disaster that Cedar Fair acquired from Kings Island, and they were quick to recognize that it had no future, and they shut it down in the 3rd season that they were in charge. I know what you think about Kings Island, and if you think I'm crazy,